Hey, Chris Gunkle here, and today I'd like to ask you a question. Have you fallen into the common trap of selling your services based on price instead of value? Not sure? Well, let me ask you this. When you're talking with a prospect and they start giving you a little bit of pushback before it comes to signing the dotted line, like they start giving you a little bit of a stall or an objection or something, what's your first instinct? Do you immediately drop that price, or do you stick to your guns? If that first instinct is to drop your price, then guess what? You're selling on price instead of value, and you're never going to get what you're really worth. Stick with me though, because there are some steps you can take to make that switch and start selling based off of value. Step number one is to ignore your competition. Now, it is nice to know what your competition is doing to a point, so that way you have a baseline and you know what value they're offering for the price. But really, it shouldn't have that much of an effect on how you're setting your prices. Number two is to narrow your market. By narrowing your market and really focusing on a very specific group of people, you're going to be better able to speak to their needs and their wants and their problems, thus increasing your value. Number three is you want to stand out from that competition. And you can do this in a number of different ways. If you have a unique process that you use, make sure you tell people about it. If you've worked with high-end clients, tell people about them, especially if they're names that they'll recognize. Make sure you use a lot of testimonials, maybe write a book. And even if your competition has all of that, use your personality, because there's only one of you. Number four is to focus on solving problems. By focusing on your client and their problems and trying to help them out, it takes selling out of the equation. You're forced to focus on them and give them what they need, and in turn, they'll be willing to buy. The fifth and final step is to have confidence. If you're not confident in yourself and you're not confident in your price, people are going to see right through it, and you can expect your price to be challenged. So if you're done dealing with price shoppers and tire kickers and just pain in the butt clients, then use these 5 strategies and start getting paid what you're really worth. Thanks again for tuning in to watch this video. I hope you got some good information out of it. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments.